Merry Golden Gate Bridge Day. Merry Golden Gate Bridge Day. So I'm recording this 10 days earlier. Diane Feinstein is still alive and looking like $1 million. She gives that good old wink. I'm on team Diane Feinstein. You probably should have picked a successor, but just clinging on to power until you expire. I mean, that's make everybody goddamn fucking work their entire goddamn life. This is the end, right? This is the end of her existence. This is her final curtain, her final show, her final hurrah. So, what's my point? It's May 26th and it's the Golden Gate. It's the birthday of the Golden Gate Bridge. So Merry Christmas, Golden Gate Bridge. And then Diane Feinstein was born before that. So Diane Feinstein is an old fossil. She's a right-wing conservative dickhead, Confederate flag-loving piece of shit. Just a terrible fucking dirtbag. This is California, too. This is how progressive America is, right? Diane Feinstein, when she does, kick the bucket, then the right-wing Republicans should absolutely shower her with, praise and joy because she was a right-wing conservative piece of shit. Her entire life, she towed the line, stayed right-wing. Stay conservative, right? You shouldn't be fucking racist, white supremacist, criminal. Half the Republicans are pieces of shit. There's progressive Republicans, which that's the only way that Republicans can move forward, frankly. The only way the new Republican can come about is by being a progressive Republican. And, last but not least, Diane Feinstein, Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge, Diane Feinstein. So, yeah, I mean, if anything, whatever the fuck she says now is like goddamn the word of God, isn't it? And if she doesn't look good. She looks like she's about ready to... 2 days was what somebody said, and it's like, shit. Like, I feel bad for her now. You were trying to convince me that she should resign, but you're like, she only has 2 days. Why would you give up 2 days? You got 2 days and then she quit just so they could all ignore her. Just, no. If anything, put me in my Senate chair. I want to, just kind of take a nap. Take a nap and that's, that'll be it. Miss Feinstein? Diane. Wake up, Diane. That's if I was a senator. If I was Diane Feinstein. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? There's some other events here, so I'm just going to rattle them off. Just kind of Wikipedia. I'm going to not rattle them off, but just sort of... I'm going to skim through them. I don't want to say some fucking terrible shit. 1096, a terrible fucking thing. Happened in Mainz, Germany, fucking Count Amico. Richard III of Capua is anointed prince 2 weeks before his untimely death. Malcolm IV becomes King of Scotland. Oh, okay. John is crowned King of England. Look at all this. And then Richard of Cornwall and his wife, Sanchia of Provence, are crowned King and Queen of the Germans at Aachen Cathedral. I want to actually take a deep dive into those things because... we just had a coronation of King Charles the fucking Third. I hate saying king. I hate putting the word king in front of that fucking... He ain't my king. He ain't a king of nothing. He's just a king of fucking pomp and bullshit. King of horse shit. The king of the fucking pageantry and the illusion of fucking continuity. 1644, Manchu regent Dorgan defeats the rebel leader Li Zicheng of the Shun dynasty at the Battle of Shanhai Pass, which allowed the Manchus to enter and conquer the capital city of Beijing. So the Manchus, we should talk about the Manchu people because they're going to be a dynasty in China, and you can't tell the difference between, a typical... By the way they look, you can't tell the difference between what a Chinese person and a Manchu person is. It's just like their fucking ethnicity or some shit. But the Manchu people are going to sink themselves because they were just a big, fat, bloated military budget. They just kept on getting fatter and fatter, and they wanted to fight less and less. The soldiers were like, shit, why should I go and fight over those people? I might get shot and killed. I'd rather just stay up here and keep eating all this nice war buck food, this nice, do the planes and the privateering and make the money, right? Just do the Fanta shit. Let's just make money off these the meat grinder of the war machine, Let's just profit as much money as possible. So the Manchu people got fat. The military people became the welfare queens, and the welfare queens tipped the fucking scale, and then... So 1703, Peter the Great founds St. Petersburg. All that happened today. 1703, May 27th, 1798, the Battle of Oulart Hill takes place in Wexford, Ireland. Irish rebel leaders defeat and kill a detachment of the militia. Ireland, Northern Ireland really gives a bad name for oppressed all over the world. We all should try to liberate Northern Ireland. Fucking Britain. Britain needs to stay right in its own boundaries, right there in its little fucking island, and then just try to win the world over. The Commonwealth, they try to fucking monopolize the English language, and they talk like nobody knows what the fuck they're saying. What the fuck are you saying? Charles? Jean Charles? Jean Charles the Third. Old Jean Charles the Third. You know about Jean Charles the Third? F4 strengths. Alexander the Third, crowned Tsar of Russia. There we go. Alexander the Third. Was that great for Russia? I guess, didn't he stop Napoleon? The first group of Doorsland trekkers under the leadership of Gert Alberts leaves Pretoria. American Civil War, the first assault on the Confederate works at the Siege of Port Hudson. We got to look into this. So the Siege of Port Hudson. This has been fun, man. I should just read Wikipedia pages for the rest of my life. The Siege of Port Hudson. Also check out Today in SCI and onthisday.com. Final engagement in the Union campaign to recapture the Mississippi River. The Siege of Port Hudson, Port Hudson, 1863, May 22nd to July 9th. So what is going on with May 27th? Specifically, we were told May 27th, and they're saying it's a campaign. This is U.S. Grant besieging Vicksburg. Oh, you got Nathaniel Banks ordered to capture the lower Mississippi Confederate stronghold of Port Hudson in order to go to Grant's aid. We got to get the Mississippi River, right? Oh, we got everything east of the Mississippi. Oh, the west of the Mississippi. They threw DeSoto's body into the Mississippi River. See you later, DeSoto. The Ohio River dumps into the Mississippi River. That has to be the nastiest water in the world. The Ohio River dumps into the Mississippi, and then that dumps into the Gulf of Mexico. Oh my God, no telling what disgusting creatures are living in the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. No telling what disgusting creatures. From the time the American Civil War started in April 1861, both America and the anti-Americans made controlling the Mississippi River a major part of their strategy. The Confederacy wanted to keep using the river to transport needed supplies. The Union wanted to stop the supply route and drive a wedge that would divide Confederate states and territories. Particularly important to the South was the stretch of the Mississippi that included the mouth of the Red River. The Red was the Confederacy's primary route for moving vital supplies between east and west. Salt, cattle, horses traveled downstream from the Trans-Mississippi West in the opposite direction, flowed men and munitions from the east. So what am I trying to say here? General Franklin Gardner surrendered the port. The Union gained control of the river, navigation from the Gulf of Mexico. The dirty damn Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, great. We want a stinking ass fucking disgusting river that probably has three-eyed fish and all the nuclear waste and garbage. Oh my God, all the piss and shit, all the nasty processed foods that people put in their goddamn bodies. The Union gained control of the river and navigation from the Gulf of Mexico through the deep south into the river's upper reaches. Pierre G.T. Beauregard, Mansfield Lovell, Breckinridge, Daniel Ruggles, John D. Winters. Benjamin Butlers, U.S. Grant, Nathaniel P. Banks, New Orleans, Jackson, Great Northern Fortifications, Lunette, CSS Arkansas, CSS Union Navy assesses the defenses. And then you have a whole goddamn page about a whole bunch of shit. So we got a little thing here on the left. Can we figure out what we trying to do over here? Let's see. We got the background, the strategy, opposing forces, the fighting in the siege, the aftermath. Let's just get to the aftermath. What do you say? No, we want to do May 27th. Let's get to May 27th, then, you asshole. May 27th. It was a better idea, you know. Due to these delays, the infantry assault was scheduled for May 27th, 1863, 5 days after the encirclement and time enough for Gardner to complete the ring of defenses around Port Hudson.